There's a new roller coaster coming to Six Flags Over Texas. It's 309 feet tall, the drop is 285 feet, and somewhere, right now, someone is reaching for a keyboard to argue about whether that counts. I have thoughts. Tormenta Rampaging Run is currently under construction at Six Flags Over Texas. On the park website, they refer to it as the first and only Giga dive coaster in the world. Those 6 words have sparked debate. First off, dive coaster. No debate there. That's what kind of coaster it is. It will dangle you at the top, then drop straight down. This is the type of roller coaster that gets shared on social media with a caption of, "Would you ride this? Tag a friend." And responses are divided between "no way" and "bring it." It's a spectacle. It generates buzz. But there's a third group of people. People who worry about the word Giga. Giga coaster is a term coined by Cedar Point when they built Millennium Force, the first roller coaster to break the 300-foot barrier. And it just means a 300-foot tall or taller roller coaster. It's an easy label to put on a super tall roller coaster. And by the way, only a marketing department could make Giga a scientific term meaning 1 billion and change it to something that means 300. But anyway, whatever. The term stuck, so here we are. Tormenta is 309 feet tall. Cool, it qualifies. Case closed. Or is it? Because here's the problem. It only has a 285-foot drop, not 300 feet. So some people argue it's disqualified. Now, who benefits from this debate? I see 2 main benefactors. First, coaster enthusiasts who love to argue about details like this. And second, the park itself, which gets people talking about the ride in the park. This video included. Free publicity is the best publicity. And social media sites benefit too. They're always happy for debates like this because they generate traffic. You know who doesn't care about this? The normal people. The normal people who will this summer be in the park looking at a really big roller coaster with a drop that goes straight down. And to make it worse, it hangs you there before letting you drop. Those people will be deciding whether to face the fear of that drop, not breaking out the calipers and the roller coaster lexicon to decide how to classify it. They're going to classify it as an "oh yeah" or a "no way." And 15 allegedly missing feet isn't going to change that answer. Let's get all mathy for a second. The pure physics equation for the time it takes something to drop from a specific height is the square root of 2 times the height divided by the gravitational acceleration. Don't worry about that, I've got you. Here's how it works out. For 300 feet, that yields a theoretical drop time of 4.3 seconds. If you have ever ridden anything with a drop even remotely this big, you know that that feels much, much longer than it sounds. 4.3 seconds. For 285 feet, the time is 4.2 seconds. I defy anyone to notice a 1/10 of a second difference in drop time. Remember, roller coasters are experiences. I promise you are not going to experience the difference between dropping straight down for 4.2 seconds and dropping straight down for 4.3 seconds. As the saying goes, there's nothing new under the sun. This sort of debate happens with everything. What qualifies as a hypercoaster? Is a powered coaster a credit? Are lap bars or over-the-shoulder restraints better? Actually, that one does have an objectively correct answer. Lap bars. It's lap bars. Anyway, Marketers love the debate because it generates buzz. Parks fuel the buzz by claiming every roller coaster is the somethingest something in the somewhere. It's the tallest roller coaster in the region. It's the most inversions in the state. For every roller coaster is the first or the biggest or the fastest something. Bonus points if you can make a bigger claim. In the United States is better than in the state. In North America is even better. And if you get to say in the world, you win. What do you win? Bragging rights. That's about it. A little bit of hype. Case in point. Six Flags is bragging that Tormenta sets 6 world records. But as I said before, park guests don't care about this. Well, they care, oh, it's the biggest, it's the whateverest. But the main thing they care about is looking at that big, scary roller coaster. And hey, I'm not faulting anyone for the debate. It's fun and perfectly normal to obsess over the details of something you enjoy. Photographers obsess over camera settings. Fantasy sports leagues are all about obsessing over every statistic imaginable. Spelling bee champions obsess over the language of origin of words. The details matter. But they aren't what matters most. This ride doesn't exist yet. Pieces of it do, but it's not complete. And no one has ridden it. And the thing that matters most is the ride experience. Unless this somehow ends up being awful, which I doubt, this will get people talking, and not about 15 missing feet. Friends will be daring friends to ride it. People will be raving about how intense or fun or scary it is. Six Flags Over Texas attendance will be up, and the real winners will be the park guests who have another exciting roller coaster to ride. Or watch if they're in the no way crowd.